and welcome to this video, walking the Black Country Route sculpture route. We're going to be creating a walk from the Walsall Canal here in Darlaston all the way through Bilston and a walk around the town centre to the Birmingham Mainline Canal between Cosley and Wolverhampton. We're going to be stopping off and having a walk around Bilston, as well as passing a lot of sculptures on the way. So we start here at Midland Road in Darlaston, overlooking the Walsall Canal. This section of the Walsall Canal can be seen in our Walking the Walsall Canal Part 3 video. And just near the bridge for the Black Country Route on Midland Road is the Canal Bridge. And as we face the canal, we're not going to be walking on the main towpath, which is featured in our other video. We're going to be walking on the opposite side. So this is where we start our walk. This is not part of the sculpture route, it's just a little addition we've added on. On the opposite side to the towpath, we're going to walk from here, Midland Road, to where this path brings you out onto Darlaston Lane. On our right hand side is the Black Country Route at Keyway Junction near Willenhall, and our left hand side is the Walsall Canal. And the path brings you out onto Darlaston Lane. This is where you need to turn right, go under the bridge, under the Black Country Route, and then pick up the path on the left hand side, which we'll come to in a minute. This is the bridge over the Walsall Canal. This is Porkett's Bridge, carrying Darlaston Lane. And you can see that video, Walking the Walsall Canal Part 3, where we pass along through this section of the Walsall Canal. So on with the walk, and it's back onto Darlaston Lane, pass under the Black Country Route, and then pick up the path on the left hand side, which is just here, as we continue that short way from the bridge. And this path, along with most of the route we're going to do today, is ideal for cyclists. This is the Black Country Sculpture Route path, and it leads from Darlaston Lane onto Lunt Road. And the first sculpture we come to is called House of Birds, and this was designed to celebrate the birds that once nested in this area, and it stands an impressive 12 metres high. It can be seen from the nearby Black Country route. And it's not long before the path runs next to Junction, where the Black Country route meets the Black Country New Road. And here you can see Horse and Rider. This represents the spirit of Bilston making its way through the centuries. And one of the newest sculptures along this route was placed on this building. It's 14 metres high in the air and it spans 6 metres. It's the Kestrel. And one of the last sculptures along this section of the walk is Ponies by artist Sally Matthews, and they are made from scrap that was intended to reflect the materials traditionally used in Bilston. Now after Ponies we come to the end of the path, which leads us out onto Lund Road, and we're going to take the road directly opposite that was pictured there. So as I say, Lund Road, this is where the path brings you out, and that's the Black Country route on top of that bridge just there. And the road opposite is also a continuation of Lund Road, and that's the way we're going to be walking to Bilston Football Club, which was just in the distance there. So as you walk along Lund Road, you arrive here at the football club, and at the opposite side of this stadium is the Black Country route and another sculpture that we can't see from here, but you can see if you're driving along the Black Country route, and that's at Vulcan Roundabout, and it's called the Tower of Lights. Here's a photo of it that we took on our drive back home. So as we continue along this, it's a straight walk along Lund Road, which turns into Queen Street, and every time the road bends round to the right we need to head straight, heading towards Bilston. And as Queen Street comes to its final right bend, that's the way we're going to be headed. Before we do, we just crossed over the Black Country route because we found another sculpture. Back onto Queen Street, and as we take that last bend to the right, we need to pick up the cycle lane and pathway on the left hand side, which leads away from the road and up towards the Oak and Ivy pub. We walk up here and we come to a cross over the road, that's the A41 Oxford Street, and as if by magic we appear at the next sculpture along the route, and this one's called Totems. Here we take the path that leads away behind Totems and leads back to the side of the Black Country route. There we turn right and follow the path up, so the Black Country route is on your left hand side and Bilston Police Station is on your right hand side. This path leads up and cycle lane, and it leads out onto Pipes Meadow, which we'll see in a second. So the path and cycle lane leads onto Pipes Meadow, and just beyond this small car park on the right hand side is Bilston's Cenotaph, so we're just going to hop over there and have a quick look. And as we head back onto Pipes Meadow, we follow it to the end of the road and then we turn left onto Hall Street, immediately crossing over the Midland Metro. This is Bilston Central Station, and just behind that is the bus station, which we turn right and walk along the side of the bus station here, in between the bus station and the tram station. And at the back of the bus station we pass under this small arch and then turn right onto Church Street. And as we pass over the tram lines again, we take a left into St Leonard's Church and walk through the grounds. Once out of the church grounds we took a right and then straight across the traffic lights brings us on to Mount Pleasant. Just a quick few metres along Mount Pleasant just to have a quick look at the Robin 2 Club, and opposite that Bilston's old police station. And we're backtracking now. We're going to make our way back down to Church Street and walk back towards the town centre. This is Bilston's Town Hall. So we've done a little bit of a loop around some of Bilston town centre and made our way back to the bus station through the markets. Now we're going to get back onto the Black Country route and continue along to find more sculptures along the Black Country route sculpture trail. And it's not long before I get sidetracked again and cross over the Black Country route to have a look at some of the new developments happening on the opposite side. This is the leisure centre and it's got its very own sculpture just outside its main entrance. So as we follow the path and cycle path alongside the leisure centre, it brings you out here near this pool. Bear left here and we come to a crossroads in the path a short way around the pool. So here's the crossroads, and this turning here takes you up to the Arm Canal. As you can see, the path there going slightly uphill and the bridge is just up there. On the opposite path there will take you back into Bilston and the Black Country route, the way we've just come. And this path leads out onto Brook Street and runs the back of the Morrison's supermarket. So we're back onto the Black Country route now as we continue with the sculpture trail. But before we do, let's turn off again onto Burt Turner Boulevard and have a look at the other end of Bilston Town Centre. And it's this end of the town that we find the Greyhound and Punch Bowl. It was thought that this building was built in 1450 as a manor house, Stoke Heath Manor House, and then it became Ye Old Greyhound. And it's thought that that got licensed around 1774 to around 1820, according to Wikipedia. So back onto the Black Country route now, and between the markets and the footbridge over the Black Country route we find a few more sculptures embedded into the wall. And as we make our way up to the footbridge, this is where you can go two ways. You can either continue straight on towards the McDonald's or cross over here. I'm going to cross over here and then turn right on the opposite side of the footbridge, which takes you down this ramp. When you get to the bottom of the ramp, you then continue straight ahead, following the path up there, which bends around to the right. This path and cycle lane runs behind Bilston fire station, which is on our right hand side here, and leads out onto Cosley Road. When you come to Cosley Road, we're going to cross over and pick up the path again on the opposite side. As you look to your right here, you can see another sculpture in the middle of that large roundabout, and that's called Beth's Arch. This short path and cycle lane leads up to the Black Country route again, and as you cross over, turn right, then first left. There's a path which we're going to be walking now towards the Birmingham Mainline Canal. But before we do that, we're just going to head straight ahead along the Black Country route to the next roundabout. There's looking back towards Beth's Arch, and as we cross the crossing here near the next roundabout, which is also near our last large sculpture in the middle of that roundabout there, called the Steel Monoliths. As we cross over, there's a small garden here that was built along with the Black Country route, and there's a few more artworks to look at. And this small garden, surrounded by these artworks, is just at the back of the McDonald's. So when I crossed over the footbridge, I could have continued straight ahead at the footbridge instead, and arrived here once passing through McDonald's car park. So back to the Black Country route now, and here's that path that we saw earlier leading away. That's the way that we just walked, and we've backtracked and come back to here. Now this path runs onto the big bingo hall on your right and B&Q store to your left, and this path leads out onto Springvale Way, which we're going to continue to the end of the path and come out onto Springvale Way near the Matalan store. Once onto Springvale Way, you can pick up the path and cycle lane once again on the right hand side and pass along in front of the Matalan store, and as you pass the Matalan store, we want the path leading away from the road on the right hand side, as pictured here. And this is where we come to the end of our walk. That path, when continued along, leads out here onto the Birmingham Mainline Canal. And this is between Horsleyfields Junction and Deepfields Junction. So between Wolverhampton and Cosley. And I should feature this soon in Walking the Birmingham Mainline Canal videos, and it should be around part 2 that I walk this section of the canal. Well, this is it in this video. Thank you very much for watching. I'd also like to thank Bilston Online, which is where I got some of my information about some of the sculptures that you've seen today. Thanks a lot. Hope to see you soon in another video.